welcome back to Bourbon Blind, where the guys drink whatever I pour. I do know that we have quite a few requests. Unfortunately, we don't have some of those bottles that have been requested, and we're working on that as fast as humanly possible. But in the meantime, I have a bottle of straight bourbon whiskey Redemption High Rye Bourbon. It is out of, it's a Bardstown product, which I was really shocked. It's mash bills, got 60% corn, 36% rye, and 4% barley. And it's MGP. And I'm really curious to see, lately we've been taking Nick down a rye rabbit hole, and he's liked everything. So I'm curious to find out if he will like the high rye, because he's really not a rye person, but high rye, you know, is bourbon. Anyway, haven't seen our show before. Guys are gonna drink what is in the glass. They're going to give you a price point that they're willing to pay to get that bottle into their bar based on taste alone and not the hype of the label. So if you like what you see tonight, go ahead, hit that like and subscribe. If you want to go ahead and join a Facebook group, that's absolutely, in my opinion, one of the best. It's Bourbon Blind Nation, Bourbon 24/7 without the trolls as much as humanly possible. I think I've done enough plugging. I'm gonna go hide this bottle. We're gonna find out what the guys think of it, and see y'all later.
Am I good?
I mean, still test your face, so...
Good enough. What's up, guys? Welcome back to Bourbon Blind. I'm Kyle.
I'm Nick.
You know what's up. We taste whiskey. We don't know what it is. This whiskey here, decent color on it.
Definitely has an appearance of whiskey.
The legs are not doing anything so far.
Nice golden amber color.
It's just like a bead around the glass.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I got a couple of runners.
That is a vanilla bomb.
It's like a spiced vanilla. I don't know if that's the thing, but
some like burnt sugar.
That's got a great nose.
Yeah.
I enjoy that.
Caramel, burnt sugar. Like a little bit of barrel char.
Yeah, for sure. Oaky.
I get a little bit of those baking spices.
Yeah. It's like a floral herb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's get in here.
Yeah. Definitely more herbal than fruity.
I'm going to say on the nose.
That ring was solid.
It was. I'm going to say on the nose. Mid-90s proofish.
I'd say mid to high 90s, sure.
Okay.
A lot more of that caramel, that burnt sugar, vanilla, barrel char,
right.
Oaky, leathery, tobacco. That's a real...
I mean, you go all in on that.
That is fantastic. The palate on that is unreal.
So at first, I was going to say, my first sip, that it was very delicious, but basic. That being said, like the second sip, I get way more what you were talking about. That leather, tobacco, the sweetness.
Yeah. My palate was clearly ready.
Caramel.
Yeah.
Clearly.
No, that's good. This has definitely got some age to it, which is kind of counterintuitive based on the color. It is pretty light in color.
Right.
It's not like young, like mellow corn, like on color. But based on the flavor, I would expect that to be a lot darker than it is. Could also be one of those that, like, occasionally I've had one that was real dark in the bottle. You pour it in a glass, and for some reason it just comes out like straw.
Lots more of that sweetness.
Yeah, that's really good.
I don't want to.
Swishy. Let that hang out for a second. Then I'm going
Mixy.
to... little mixy.
That dude on TikTok that always tries the different drinks and just, it's a rocks glass and just pounds it.
Yeah. He makes the entire drink and then just goes, go, drinks the entire thing. And then it's
so
like,
he just grabs like something random and he's like, mixy, and then shoots it.
Spoon or straw.
Shoots your drinks, because, I mean, there's no, like, shooting.
He opens up just blah.
Yeah, I cannot do that. My throat doesn't open like that. Sorry, Nick.
I'm going to say, we'll work on it. It'll get better.
I was hoping you just glaze over that.
No, I'll glaze it all right. And see.
No vulgar language here.
I'm gonna say I like the palate a lot more than the nose. With the water, it's corny, very almost like on mine. Get that.
The water didn't destroy it on
I get
palate.
like a lot of corn.
Yeah,
It's weird. It's real weird.
so you said this was super aged, and when you said that, I kind of did this like
super aged, but definitely has some age on it.
Yeah, I mean it's at least 4 years for sure, but
I would say at least
6 to
7
8.
or 8. Yeah,
6 to 8. So much sweetness now.
Okay, with the water, first half of the palate is super smooth, very mellow, very soft in your mouth. The texture is very light.
Velvety.
It's velvety. Literally, it feels really velvety.
I don't chew on velvet, so I don't know.
I'll give it a shot, see what happens. But the second half of the palate is a little bit astringent, tiny bit acidic.
I didn't get a lot of the astringent on the second half.
It's not real strong.
Definitely the sweetness.
It's real sweet forward. A lot of the other stuff just kind of really gets toned back a lot.
So after that sat in the glass, just caramel. Like a caramel factory.
Yeah.
Still more of that like vanilla and whatnot, but lots of caramel now.
Yeah. No, it's the nose on it's good, but I still like the palate a lot better.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So without the water, very oily. Yep. Really coats the mouth.
Mm-hmm.
Chewy, almost. If that makes any sense. It's viscous. It's got a lot
body.
Of texture. Yeah.
It's got body.
It's full bodied.
I dig this.
I'm for sure into it.
I dig the hell out of this.
Yeah. Like the nose started out good, but I'd kind of tempered my expectations a bit, and the palate really just
took off
to the moon. That's super good. I'm into it.
How much are you into?
$100.
Okay.
It is a delicious pour.
I was thinking 80 to 100.
Yeah, it's a delicious pour. The finish on it's fantastic. Tons of flavor. The finish hangs out.
If Nick says $100, he's all in.
Yeah, it's got a solid nose, real strong palate, super enjoyable.
Great mouthfeel.
Yeah, great mouthfeel. It is. This is one I'd have 1 or 2 glasses and just really enjoy them, or one big glass and just really enjoy it.
Right.
Versus it, I wouldn't call it a couch pour, but this is definitely and not quite a special occasion. It's somewhere in between.
Mm-hmm. Just a nice, solid, good pour.
Right. Hanging out with some friends, just having a couple of drinks. Not hanging out with some friends drinking, but hanging out with some friends for a couple of drinks and just talking.
Mm-hmm.
That would be a real solid.
Yep.
Should we
see what this is?
We should. So you were at
80 to 100 bucks.
$100. I was at $100. We said
we guess the proof on the palate or on the nose. I'm gonna say
I'm still like
1 to 110.
High 90s, low hundreds for me.
I'm gonna say 1 to 110.
Yeah. 95 to 105 is where I'm at. And then we're at least after that I'm thinking at least 8 years.
Yeah.
Not 6 to 8, but at least 8.
I mean, it's damn delicious.
Yeah, no, for sure.
See what it is.
Drum roll, please. So this is Redemption High Rye Bourbon. Okay.
It is a single barrel store pick.
I was on the road for work. I went to Arkansas.
Arkansas.
This was the only barrel of Redemption, the High Rye Bourbon, that was released as a single barrel store pick in the state of Arkansas that year. And I just so happened to be driving past that store and stopped in, and they let me try it, and I was like, man, that's really good. So I grabbed one for myself, called Kyle. He was like, yeah, give me one of those.
Obviously.
I want to say it was like $55.
Yeah.
It is 105 proof. Non-chill filtered. It is 60% corn, 36% rye, and 4% barley.
MGP.
MGP.
Which obviously is delicious.
Yeah. Not age stated. No idea.
If you can get 105 proof single barrel MGP for $50 or $60,
yeah,
that's a steal.
And
that's a steal. And they did a great job picking it, too.
Yeah, that's a fantastic store pick. I
believe Redemption is building... They're either building or have built their own distillery in the last couple of years. I haven't followed them real close, but they do a fantastic job. I believe they're with Lux Row, aren't they?
Bottled by Bardstown Barrel Selections, distilled in the Indiana heartland. Yep. Doesn't say. No, Bloomington, Indiana is where it's bottled. I don't know.
Isn't that where David lives?
Maybe.
Bloomington? I feel like it is.
David, are you from Bloomington? Hashtag where's David in the comments. Yeah, I don't know. Doesn't say. But yeah, no, it's super good.
I recommend if you come across a single barrel of that. Obviously, if they let you try it first. Yeah. But I mean, MGP 36% rye mash bill is just real solid. Right.
Shout out to Sullivan's Liquor, which is where I got this from. In Arkansas. I don't remember what city it was in. Sorry.
Off of Interstate 40, I'm guessing?
Yeah, it's outside of Little Rock somewhere. It was across the street and like 2 doors down from where I had lunch, and I was like, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and see. But
and it was worth it.
Yeah, it was worth it. It was super good. Guys in there were super knowledgeable, very friendly. Had a pretty great little tasting selection.
Yeah. Like I said, taste first if you can.
They did have some store picks that they let me taste that they had run out of, but they still had the tasters. I offered to buy the remainder of the bottle. They said they couldn't do that. I slapped them directly. No, I didn't do that. But they, based on the other picks that I'd had, they were
knew what they were doing.
They pretty solid picks from what I had. They had they had that. They had an Eagle Rare pick. They had a Buffalo Trace pick. They had a Four Roses. They had a couple of things that they'd run out of, but still had some tasters, and they were all really solid.
Speaking of Buffalo Trace, there has been movement on our Buffalo Trace barrel.
Hey,
so that's good. That's good.
It's only been a year.
Making progress. Not quite. 10 months. The good news is it got another 10 months of age on it, so that's good. Yeah, so movement on that. So if you're a Patreon member, watch out for those emails because that should be coming soonish. We're going to go with soonish on that.
It should be coming.
Then we got a new riff barrel, new riff rye barrel. Those will be released as a set. Super excited about that. We're doing that pick in the beginning of June.
If they're rye
that
we're getting is anything like that Maltster,
that's solid.
I'm all about that Maltster.
Yeah. And then at the end of June, we're picking a barrel of Blanton's. So
that's real exciting.
Yeah.
I'm real happy about that.
So be sure to check that out. But yeah, Redemption. Super awesome. They're doing great stuff. MGP makes amazing stuff to begin with.
Yeah.
But obviously they get good barrels. So with that being said, going back to our Patreon members. Absolutely love you guys. Every single one of you are amazing. You put up with our stuff. So, bravo for that. And if you made it this far in the video, hashtag Nick's a dork in the comments. So do that.
Not inaccurate. That's fair.
Until Friday noon Central next week, cheers and drink blind.
Drink whiskey.